NASA is looking at all sorts of ways to travel to Mars and keep their astronauts safe when they do it. Joining me now is Dr. Henry Monka to talk about one study that may help them do just that. So, Henry, tell me about the research y'all just did.
What we at Posit Science done is we've built a fantastic brain training program, series of brain exercises that rewires the brain to help it be faster and more accurate, and that improves cognitive function. And the research that just came out is that NASA came to us and said, hey, cognitive performance is really important for astronauts. They need to be at their best. And hey, we might be sending them on long space missions where maintaining brain health is important. We'd like to do a pilot test, a BrainHQ, to see, hey, is this going to be helpful to us as we think about astronaut training?
So, how does BrainHQ work? Is it something you just pop on your phone, or is it like a headphone thing? How does it work? Give me the rundown.
What they are is they're visual or auditory exercises, so some on the screen, some with headphones. And what you'll be doing is you'll be hearing or seeing things that typically are getting faster and faster as you do these various cognitive tests correctly. And what they do is they push your brain to the limit to make it as fast and accurate as possible. Well, what NASA wanted to do was they wanted to do a first pilot study to say, hey, could this be helpful for astronauts? So what they did is they identified 5 people who were a lot like astronauts, but not astronauts. And these are people who actually worked at the Johnson Space Center down in your neck of the woods. Very high-performing technical workers, but they're not actually the folks going into space. And they had these folks do BrainHQ, and what they did is they trained their brain on BrainHQ for 6 weeks. They did 3 sessions per week, about an hour of brain training per session, and they got measured before and afterwards. And what's exciting about it is that, hey, the folks in the study, they got better at the brain training exercises, which we kind of expected, right? They should get better at the things they practice at. But they also got 19% better on this NASA high-performing cognitive test, which showed that their abilities generalized to things that they hadn't been training on and really laid the foundation to say, hey, we can improve cognitive performance in very high-performing people. You know, if we are going to send astronauts first to the moon for long periods of time and then eventually to Mars, you know, that's an environment where, hey, that brain may be just kind of changing and maybe even getting weaker as a biological organ just due to that enforced isolation, perhaps due to the issues around zero-G. So we want to give them brain training while they're in space on these missions as well to maintain the health of the brain as a biological organ, make sure the brain's not wearing out in the same way the body can wear out. So you might see those astronauts, you know, on that treadmill, and you might see them with a tablet with BrainHQ, all to promote health so that when they get to where they're going, hey, they're still at top performance.